Maharaj immigrated from Trinidad and Tobago nearly 23 years ago. He currently resides in Queens, New York. 5 years ago, he created Your Life Experiences with Ra, a social media platform that allows everyone to share real stories about overcoming the pitfalls of life. Rahul is the author of Untold Stories, Hidden Truths, and Melly and the Pandemic. Ra is also a great friend of mine, and he has been very, very supportive from the day that we met. He's an emphatic person, and he always wishes the best for everybody, and he really means it. You know how it's great to just get well wishes, that's beautiful. But Ra goes above and beyond, and I'm sure he doesn't just do that with me. So, ladies and gentlemen, Rahul K. Maharaj.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Trauma Talk Thursdays. And I'm very excited to be on here tonight, not just because of it's the 20th episode, but also I'm excited because of the guest that I am having on here tonight. She brings some real power and resilience that can help you to overcome some of the hurdles in your life. So, but before I bring my guest on and my beautiful co-host, tonight I want to celebrate 6 years of doing something and taking a step out and bringing out something that's different. Something called Your Life Experiences with Ra. And I want to share a video. That's why I did not bring the intro of Trauma Talk Thursdays today, because I want to keep that time to air this video for the next few minutes. And I want you to celebrate with me, because this guy I'm about to show you all, without him, this guy would not be here. So I want everyone to let's listen to something from 5 years ago. We wake up every day and we think about what's going to happen on that day when you wake up, how the day is going to go. But I tell you, just wake up every single day with a smile, and you would see by telling yourself how much you love yourself and how much you love you, your day is going to be amazing. Those of you who have been practicing this know what I'm speaking of and know how their life has been changing. You know, some of the things I want to talk about tonight is coming in. Without respect, love is lost. We said this already. Without caring, love is boring. Without honesty, love is unhappy. And without trust, love is unstable. Right? We spoke about these things in our past episodes. And the thing about it, today is the first year anniversary that we at Your Life Experiences with Ra came to life to bring you an amazing episode, an amazing story, an amazing show. And today is that 1 year anniversary. And let me call out one time, let me shout out my dear friend Cindy Valenzuela. Thank you so much for stepping up and coming out and giving that first story. Your story is still the number one out there. You're still people are still sharing, people are still speaking about your story, asking questions about how they can get help. Thank you so much for that. So today is the 1 year anniversary, and in that 1 year, so many things has happened. Yes, Cindy, I love you too. We have brought you fear. You remember that? F-E-A-R, fear, but you're not scared of anything. It tells you face every day and rise. Yes, we do not face every day and run away. We face every single day and we rise up. Why do we rise up? It's because we want to make sure we accomplish everything we want in life. We want to go after that. So I brought about Your Life Experiences with Ra, and it's about motivating you with your stories, with helping others with stories and experiences that you as individuals has gone through. and can help another individual like yourself, like my story from 2015 where I was down and out. Those of you who have seen Your Life Experiences with Ra and continue to watch and follow me, you know I have a suicide story. And depression is a very big thing. Depression and seeing someone smile every day, right? And then you do not know what's going on inside of them. Always look out for the little things so you can help a friend. But I overcome this, and I am here to come out here week after week, whether it's motivational, it's Anonymous Monday, Testimony Tuesday, and we have QOAs, questions, opinions, answers, and bringing together all these wonderful stories. You know, I'm thanking Cindy for being that brave person who came out and told her domestic violence story about how she's a survivor, and she got out of a relationship after 11 years with a busted retina, and then getting the authorities and everyone involved. Thank you, God, for protecting Cindy and bringing her out of that relationship. And there's many women out there still in domestic relationships, domestic violent relationships with men who are insecure and stuff like that. And we still need to get the word out there. So this is why I'm asking all of you, share, share, share. It's Your Life Experiences with Ron. We have brought you so much great things I'm about. Tonight is not about questions, opinions, answers. There's only one question that was asked to me, and I would read that out. But I want to say thank you to all of you. And those of you who are logged in, stay tuned. I have your shout outs coming up because I see most of my number one and top fans like Sonia, Visesh, Neil, Cindy, Davis, Tina, Parvini, all of you that's logged in, stay logged in, you guys, because tonight I'm giving you all a special shout out for being there from the initial to being here, still logged on after 1 year. So I want to thank Cindy. Cindy, a lot of people around the globe, because our show has reached Netherlands, it has reached Dubai, it has reached India, Indonesia, we have reached Pakistan, so many different countries in Europe. In Guyana is number one. My viewers from Guyana, I love all of you because you have my show. Number one country that watches Your Life Experiences with Ra is Guyana. Trinidad, Barbados, Grenada, St. Lucia. We can go on and on with all the countries I have not called, that those of you, Fiji. Thank you, everyone, for helping me be who I am. I wanted to bring and play that video today. I was supposed to start this show today with a motivational story because it's all trauma, right? Every week we hear someone's story. But this video was shared by my good friend Cindy, and she remains my friend from since 2016 I met her. And that's the type of friendship I always grow. I told my mother one story just this morning, and she's on here looking. And it's about Brittany. And Brittany, when I bring you back, I want to tell you this to your face. But my story is going to shape and tell you all about whatever happens in life happens for a reason or for the good. And Cindy shared that. And I clicked on it and I was like, wow. In 1 year, this is not TikTok famous. This is not Instagram famous. This was one guy with a vision of how to get other people to understand they are not alone, and how I brought their stories to life, and how those stories of traumas and resilience and their truth, how it could help someone else and take them out of a depressed place by knowing that, hey, if Ra can do it, I can do it too. And it is true. When people hear I am doing a mental health conference, they would say, go to your community. But I started this 6 years ago. No community helped me. Rather than I heard the things that the popular people who were on social media said about me. I heard what they said about my singing. I heard what they said about me being mental, to do mental health. But guess what? 6 years later, I'm an author, not of one book, but two, with two more releasing this year. I'm a motivational speaker. I'm actually, correction, I'm an international motivational speaker with a plaque to show that. For my singing, I'm recognized with a Telly Award for a storyline and my song that I covered by Chris Isaac, originally done by Chris Isaac. So and guess what? I was so inspiring to others that some of those people who bashed me and spoke about me and their life was going downhill actually listened to me. And that was the good part. Some of them, their singing career was going down the drain, and they listened. And guess what happened? It changed. But I am thankful for that guy who was here 5 years ago, because I'm no longer that guy. I have grown from that and I learned so much. The struggles I've been through in the past 5 years, I am happy to say I am here. And it's worse than when I was in 2015 when I thought about committing suicide. Yes, the struggles has brought me out and made me this person I am today. In 2021, one of my good friends, Emily Sortiz, who I interviewed, said to me, Ra, I love your show, because she was one of the interviews on here. I want you to bring out a podcast. But I just couldn't do something because everyone is doing it, just because of 2020. It had to fall in the right moment, and everything needed to come together, just like this story. Many of you want things in life, and when you do not get it, you blame many other things in your life besides yourself. There once was a king, and just like every other kings, has close advisors and ministers close to him. So whilst one day in the court, he's sharpening his sword and he's speaking to his minister, his confidant, his best friend, his sword falls and cuts one of his toe out. While tending to it and having a discussion with his minister, the minister said, my king, my lord, whatever happens, happens for the good. The king got furious. He's like, what do you mean everything that happened? I just lost my toe and you're telling me everything happens for the good? He called his guards and he had him arrested. They locked him up in the dungeon. While he was going, the minister looked at the king and said, my king, if this is your decision, whatever happens, happens for the good. A few days later, or a couple of weeks, the king goes out hunting with all his men and his soldiers. He sees this deer and he goes after the deer. When he goes after the deer, leaving everyone behind, he gets lost in the forest. While getting lost in the forest, getting deeper and deeper, he came across a tribe that all surrounded him and captured him. He wasn't aware that he was out of his own kingdom, nor did the tribe know him nor his language. This tribe took him in, and they were looking for a sacrifice for their deity, for their god, and they found that sacrifice. Now, they took him to their own tribe king and everything, and they prepared him, they garlanded him, they bathed him, they put so much amazing things around him because he was about to be sacrificed. While there, and they put him up to sacrifice him, they noticed that one of his toes was missing. And the king stopped them and told them, we cannot give him as an offering because he's not whole and the offering will not be completed. The king left and he left wandering. As he left wandering and he got back to his kingdom, he sat on his throne and it hit him. He said, if it wasn't for my toe being cut off today, I would have been dead. He called his minister. He says he called for his minister, releases him and had him come. He said, listen, this is a story. He said, now I understand you when you said whatever happened happened for the good, because if I had my toe and it didn't cut, these people would have sacrificed me. But what about you? While I was locking you up, you said whatever happened happens for the good. And this minister looked at the king and said, yes, my king, every single where you go, I follow. I'm always with you, and I would have gotten lost in that jungle with you. This tribe would have taken me as well. And when they couldn't have sacrificed you, they definitely would have sacrificed me. So whatever happens, happens for the good. And whatever has happened in my life, I am very happy, because every step of the way was a lesson that just was not easy to write down in a book and go back and revise it. No. Last week we had an amazing soul Lavari on here. Lavari spoke about bullying. We had so many amazing one of you comment about how you was bullied. Bullying is a huge topic that we will go back in. But one of the things about Ra, and I speak this in my talk, I was on the ground being kicked by 15 boys. I know what it feels like to be bullied. Being bullied doesn't mean those boys kicking me alone. I was mentally, emotionally, physically abused throughout my life. Being in a domestic violent relationship, as we heard about Cindy and we did not see her story, that is being bullied by someone. Do not let anyone take your control of your beautiful life. I will bring my beautiful co-host on at this time. I wanted this to be special. This is 6 years. And there's people who have stood by me through the 6 years, especially Sonia Awad, Cindy. They have looked at my show continuously for 6 years supporting me. And for all the rest of you, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Just as I bring Brittany Purr on here, I will say one more thing to her.
An extraordinary empath, evolution expert, and accountability coach who's making a profound impact worldwide. With her unwavering commitment to creating accountability and providing emotional support, Brittany holds a safe, open space for individuals to stay on track in their journey of connecting with and manifesting their dreams. Having embarked on her own transformative path of personal development, empowerment, healing, and self-exploration, Brittany has acquired a wealth of valuable experience. Through deep levels of insight and introspection, she has honed her abilities and now actively shares her wisdom with others through obscorum.com. This vibrant online community serves as a platform for sharing knowledge, insights, and personal stories on self-empowerment. As a captivating speaker, Brittany has graced the virtual stage alongside renowned personalities such as Les Brown, captivating audiences with her inspiring messages. Furthermore, she is the self-published author of Can I Get Some Sleep?, a guide of quick and easy tips to get a good night's rest, offering practical solutions for achieving restful nights. Brittany is a true autodidact, a self-taught individual who has gained wisdom through her own experiences, and a polymath with diverse knowledge spanning multiple fields. Beyond her remarkable professional journey, Brittany is also a devoted single mother of an ambitious teen and 2 Instagram famous cats, adding joy and love to her life.
Welcome, Brittany. And, let me just add this. My mom and I were speaking just one day in this week, and I said, Mom, when I tell that story about Duryodhana and Arjuna going to Sri Krishna's foot before the war, going to Sri Krishna, one gets the army of tens of thousands and one just get a man himself because he was not God for him. And I said to my mom, I threw a conference, a mental health conference last year, and I give the speakers an opportunity for free. I said some of those speakers, if I text them, they don't even reply. But one person the entire conference believed in me and stood by me. And today I want to tell you, if you just put Google, trauma doctors as your faces everywhere. Congratulations and thank you for doing this and helping me make this 6 years of your life experiences with Ra that has become your trauma talks. Thank you, Brittany Burr.
Oh, thank you so much, Ra, and congrats on 6 years.
Thank you.
6 years of resilience, 6 years of dedication, 6 years of doing what seems like so impossible in this world to get people to connect with the importance of mental health. Do you know how important and valuable you are?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Same
Thank you.
as you. You know, I before I give you the stage, I just want to, before we introduce our amazing guest Sonia tonight, I just, the comments is like mind blowing, blown out of proportion as usual. So we have Girly, good night to you. So we called out some of my amazing people from the past, like who was watching from the beginning, as you heard, my first guy in 1 year. But Girly Prasad, thank you. Sherry, Geneva, Shanaz, and we are here. I want you all to stay to the end. I have a special. Shanaz is celebrating her anniversary, and Ra did a little video for her. Stay to the end. My mom is here. Good night to everyone. Ron is here. Sweetie Nuri, Viva is here. JC, Tristan, hello, my good friend. Karma Believer is here. Sherry David is saying, always looking handsome. Thank you. Obscure, I'm still welcoming everyone. My mom, Shanaz, very emotional, but we love you always, Ra. Thank you. Good night. Good night. Okay. Margaret Stefan. Margaret Stefan is an amazing, strong, resilient woman. I know her story from behind the scenes as well. Well, that's powerful. Thank you, Leela. Good night, Tristan. Hey, Brittany. Tristan, Brittany, and Ra, amazing people. Thank you so much. What happened to me happened for the best. Thank you, Ra. Love you. Force reconnect. Thank you, Tristan. Hi, Rosa. All right. So what we'll do is come back onto those comments. Oh my God, it's always amazing seeing all of you comment and put your questions. That's something I would love for you all to do. Put your questions from the first. Oh my God, we're 22 minutes into it, and we have 10 minutes to bring amazing story for you all. Plus, we're gonna cool down with two things with Shana's anniversary, and we have a 3.5 minute meditation, which I'll give a little story how it happened, but we'll do that. So, Brittany, the stage is yours to introduce, and when you introduce, I'll bring her up.
Awesome. So I'm really excited to introduce our special guest this evening, who is Sonia. She is a certified yoga teacher who is also certified to work with children. She's a Reiki master and a sound healer, a lifelong student of the practice, bringing deep gratitude for sharing the loving wisdom of those teachers who have come before her. She brings a spirit of playfulness and a dose of inspiration to help you to either begin or deepen your practice. And she seeks to help others thrive in life by nurturing body, soul, spirit, and mind with yoga. She seeks to help others to thrive in life. And her hope is that you will step onto and off of the mat feeling refreshed, nourished, balanced, and reconnected with your body, ladies and gentlemen. And others, please welcome up Sonia.
Hiya. What an honor. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me. What a beautiful story. What a beautiful journey of this 6 years of sharing and believing in yourself when nobody else does, and then following the breadcrumbs. Yeah, that is part of the journey.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't want to necessarily hurry to the destination.
I always say the process of healing and connecting with our authentic selves it's all about the journey.
Yes, indeed.
So Sonia, I will let you share about your story. How did you begin this journey, and how did it bring you to where you are now? What are the things that you've had to overcome along this path to become the beautiful, nurturing soul that you are today?
Well, I am a mother, I am a wife, and in life, you are conditioned a bit and programmed to get the white picket fence and the house and the new car and all the things. And then when you have them, maybe it's not as easy as you thought it would be. And all of those past traumas in childhood or teenage, and when you're a teenager, they never really go away. It starts to bubble up. The less you take care of it, the more it bubbles up and bubbles up. And I found myself in a huge depression. I found myself a bit overweight, and when I went to the counselor, the only option was to take this magic pill, supposedly, which I didn't really believe in the pharmaceuticals anyway, but I did because I was desperate. And then it was a mask, it wasn't helping. And in that, one of my friends came over and asked me to join her in doing a triathlon with Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. And I said, yes, this will, help. And it helped so much. It was a team. We were helping other people in depression. Anytime you're depressed, it's super helpful to help others. And from that I started hiking, and then I found this wonderful place called Agape, and I started going to Agape, and I saw so many speakers, and they would just say, come to Agape as much as you can and see how it transforms your life and changes your life. And I kept going every Sunday, and I saw so many beautiful speakers, and Don Miguel Ruiz with the 4 Agreements. And I kept moving through that, just following the breadcrumbs. I was invited to a I Can Do It weekend with Louise L. Hay and Dr. Wayne Dyer and Dr. Joe Dispenza, like all these amazing speakers. And I just kept following and following. And I would send, my friend had a yoga studio, I'd send everyone there. And then after I finished the second triathlon, I decided I didn't really want to run or swim. I always hike in the morning. The sunrise is a beautiful time. So I went to a Kundalini yoga class, and I walked in, and it was like, oh, the teacher was beautiful, glowing, and I wanted to be a part of that. Also, Reiki had fell into my lap as an esthetician. I started doing Reiki facials and just really, again, following the breadcrumbs. And then doing the yoga, the first 200 hours on a spirit-led training, the anger that had been inside me for so long was seeping out. One day I came home at lunch, and I was so angry. And my husband was like, "Who are you, the angry yogi?" And I burst into tears. I was so upset. I went back to class. I told everyone, and they couldn't stop laughing. And I would say now that if I do write a book, it will be The Angry Yogi, because when it's stored in the body, the dis-ease, it makes a home. So unbeknownst to me, I was just clearing out the years of trauma, letting go of the cells that had the anger stored so deeply in them. And then I struggled after my 200 hours. I tried to teach, and it wasn't going that well. My beautiful teacher, mentor, good friend, invited me to another training, invited me to sit in. I sat in that training. I still wasn't convinced I was going to be a teacher. I remember towards the end hysterically crying in one of the workshops saying, I don't think I'm ever going to be able to teach. And then COVID hit, and it was time to show up, to help others, to understand people's loneliness where I had been, to understand people's depression, to share compassion and empathy for what was happening in the world. So I started showing up. I started showing up every Monday at the Yogi Tree, and life brings you more trauma. And more waves keep crashing, but I found with the yoga you can learn to ride the wave and um, and handle the things that come up. You know, not too long ago, a few years ago, the Yogi Tree closed, which was my home, my community, my everything. I was so lost. After the Yogi Tree closed, my teacher, my mentor, my friend for 24 years, we had done pregnancy yoga together, passed away suddenly. And in June last year, my dad passed away. So that was grief that I had never felt, that brought up, felt like fear. It was frightening. And so I went back to my practice, and that's where I continue to stay. And that's where I continue to help others to come into their practice. We all have the magic within us. And my job, or what I want to do for people, is to bring out their magic, to guide them through, to know that they are the only them that'll ever be. They are so special. They have magic. They have the power. And we can do that with breath and movement and meditation. It's so powerful. It's such a beautiful journey to be on. Sound healing as well is one of my favorite things to share. And yeah, I'm just so thankful to be here, to show up, because there are many times when I would sign up for everything and I would show up for nothing. So I'm proud of myself to be here. I'm proud to share. I hope that this story brings you some comfort to know that you are possible. The word impossible actually says, I'm possible. So I strongly recommend all of you to go find your I'm possible and come into who you really are. Remember to remember who you really are. Thank you so much. I'm just bringing in that I am, truth is my identity. Satnam, thank you.
Thank you so much. Wow. We have a comment here from
So
Viva
deep.
Miss. Yeah.
So deep. So deep. Thank you, Sonia. Yeah, Brett, we'll read some of the comments in a second. I know I'm reading some of them. Apparently they're talking to each other too, so it's great. I see Sonia on here. Sonia and a Sonia. So Sonia, welcome and thank you. Sonia has been one of the supporter that the guy spoke about earlier on Raw from 5 years ago. Sonia won an iPad for sharing one of my songs, I think thousands of times. And then she again won in 2021. I think it was a Samsung phone, cell phone. At that time, we had a different competition, and I met Sonia in 2022 at a suicide awareness in Guyana, and as well as my book signing. Sonia, thank you. And she has been a number one supporter. So we had a Sonia tell her story. And let me tell you, Sonia, that's our guest right now. This Sonia as well listened to me, took some took the advice that Ra was giving, changed her mindset, and you wouldn't believe that she is not the same person from 5 years ago as well. Sonia, now with you. Sonia Hansen Poole. Thank you so much. Powerful. I love that, like, how you roll it in with your yoga and how you got it in. You see, this is something I tell people all the time. One of the comments in here is, I think Miss Vive or one of them said that they hate taking antidepressants. And this is one of the things I remember having a conversation with a friend a few years back. Exact conversation I told her. She went and had with a therapist, and she comes back to tell me things you said, Rod. The therapist said it down to the thing, whatever. And you would see when someone is given antidepressants, the reactions, as she said, the reaction is different. You feel different. You would know what's happening to you. You know what I mean? And at times, if you know you're in a place where your mind is going crazy, there's so many things. Right now, the number one thing everybody does is rush to the gym, work out, get your mind busy with the exercise. And this is where the yoga and the meditation comes in. Your therapy sessions, speaking about it, listening to other people, communicate with those who are bring positivity into your life. So, Sonia, you know what I say? Give yourself a pat on the back for bringing yourself from yesterday to today, because you
Yeah.
love yourself enough to help yourself through these amazing things. Now, I know Brittany has a lot of questions, so she will pop in her questions. You guys have a 2-minute conversation. I will pop some of the comments on here. So, Brittany, you could read some, you all could answer, and we'll come back to what she's saying, because I have some stuff to talk about just before we meditate. So, all of you, both of you, have a great conversation.
All right, only 2 minutes. I don't think that's enough time. But, one of the things that I think is so powerful about your story is it's like the Singer experiment, if anybody's read that book. It's the saying yes, it's following the breadcrumbs of the path. And what initially clued you into doing that? Was that like intuitive, or was that something that you had picked up from somewhere along the journey?
It was a little intuitive because I was really against getting the medication, but I didn't have any other tools. So I didn't really know what else to do. And then innately I was like, this is not going to work for me. This isn't going to work. And then I began hiking. I began going to Agape and seeing the amazing speakers. I saw Marianne Williamson there, and she said, come to Agape every week. You're in town for the next 6 months and see how it'll change your life, shift your life. And it did. And then other things would start showing up. I did the triathlon. I asked one of my friends to join, my teacher, my friend, to join me in the triathlon, and we went to Hawaii together. I never thought I would do such a thing. We raised over $6,000 for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. So beautiful. We also realized that maybe that medicine wasn't working exactly. Like, where are they trying to find a cure with all this massive amounts of money, and no one's really getting healed? So how can we start healing? And then that's when we can start going within. We can start to begin to fall deeply in love with ourselves. I think that's part of it, because especially as women, we're taught like we're not good enough, and we need more makeup, and we need the great clothes, and we need to be skinny. And I mean, we're not even taught to breathe properly. And especially as women, how dare you breathe from your belly and stick your belly out when we're always sucking it in? So we've been based in a very anxiety ridden place, even the chest breathing. And then in the journey, these things just came. I mean, I can't even make up the past that would show up. But even this right now, everyone's like, how did you connect with these people? And I'm like, I don't really know, but I'm just gonna go along. In February, I went to Costa Rica. I won a retreat on Instagram for a 3-day plant medicine retreat in the jungle. So I went and did that. Like, when spirit wants to show up, and when great creator has made these prayers beforehand, you go. It gives me the goosebumps. Like, even I feel like this right now, obviously great creator put this in prayers before, and now it's like happening for all of us and manifesting into reality and building these beautiful communities and helping people and letting people know that there is hope, that they are possible, that I'm possible and the impossible. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you for that. Beautifully, beautifully and well spoken. And then when it comes to, well, first off, agape. Michael Beckwith's birthday just happened over the weekend. So shout out to him. Happy birthday, Michael Beckwith.
Happy birthday. Yeah. Agape was amazing. I think The Secret showed up, and then I went hiking and they had the agape thing, and I just started going, and it was in Culver City with Ricky Beebe, and just, yeah. What an amazing place.
Yep, definitely. Those were the best times. Definitely I love the Culver City location. So coming back to yoga, and I love that the word yoga means unity. So I wanted to kind of tie that in with how you were able to clear a lot of these emotions that are stored in your body. What is it that you feel like yoga brings up for you? And how does it help you with your daily life and navigating things that come up?
The it's the yoke. It binds, and yoga is for everybody. It's your own practice. You could have anybody and do your own yoga practice. I remember being in a Reiki 2 class, and she brought in a yoga instructor at the end of class, and we were doing these hip exercises, and they were making me so mad. Like, I was like, this teacher is so, if he makes me do one more hip opener, I'm gonna scream or whatever in my head I'm saying. And at the end of class, he told us that, the hips store a lot of anger, especially in women. And I said, no wonder I was hating you the whole entire class. Of course, he's a yoga instructor. He did not take that personally, it wasn't about him. So then I just started to see how moving the body, how doing the meditations, how being in the practice. And every time when I'm going through something really deep or some kind of really stressful situation, when I go to the mat and I do the Kundalini yoga and I get up, something has shifted. It's like a miracle, honestly, every time. So it's a beautiful way to learn about ourselves, and then move it or lose it, really. And another is no breath, no life. So we really get to breathe deep. And another thing I would say, because I am 55, I turned 55 in May, And a lot of times I go to these classes and everyone's very young and all my friends are like in their spiritual journey and they're in their 30s and it's cool and everything. But sometimes I think like maybe it's too late for me or it's all good for them, but I'm too old. And what I've been learning is that we're never too old. We're never too old. We just keep moving forward. Time goes by so fast. In 10 years, you can be an artist selling artwork. There's so many women these days in their 50s just starting their career or whatever, their life even. Because being in that elder wisdom, that grandmother wisdom, really you care less about the outside world and you just want to enjoy your life and bring out your own magic. So thank you so much for this. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
You're not going anywhere, so don't say thank you like you're leaving and going somewhere. That's amazing. And I love how you put the things about Kundalini and the yoga and every single thing. That's why I got dressed like this today, because I was like, listen, we're talking about trauma. We play music. We had Lavari on last week with his story of bullying and all his story, his struggle to get where he was. I think he's looking at us on Instagram. Shout out to you, Lavari, and thank you for doing that. We have some amazing speakers normally is on here. We had Tristan who shared his story as well. He was on here watching. Thank you, Tristan, for coming on. You know, Sonia, so I got dressed like this because I wanted to let's calm it down because we tell the trauma story, but we also bring some solutions. And Geneva is saying in the comment, Jenny is saying, it's good that you found out that you needed that help and you went and you seek that help without medication. Now, people try different things. Everyone is entitled. Do you know that eating healthy plays a huge part in your mental health as well? Not just the exercise, not just the yoga, not just the meditation, but also making sure you put the right things into your body, which is a total different topic. So, with this being said, I want like 3.5 minutes of everyone's time. And I would like everyone to just close your eyes because these two amazing ladies is about to tell us their experience when we listen to this. We're just going to listen. It's called the Mahamrityu mantra. It is said that if you repeat this mantra in your darkest times, in your troubled times, someone is dying. As long as you believe, and this is the words you must always remember, believe. If you believe, it will actually work for you. So let's all, as we see, Sonia's all kicked back and relaxed right there. All you that's watching, all our amazing Rastas, I want every one of you as well, whatever problem is ailing you, whatever is going on in your mind for the next 3 to 4 minutes, I want you to just close your eyes, listen to the voice and the mantra, listen to the atmosphere of it and what's happening. And I want you just for 9 times, don't check the 9 times or I will get you when it's over. Keep your eyes closed. Take some breaths. Concentrate on your breath. Concentrate on the mantra for 9 times in the next 3 minutes. Let's do this. And so I'm looking, everyone. Brittany, get your eyes closed because we are remaining on the stage. So let's do this. 1, 2, 3. Ayambakam yachamahe sugandham pushtivaranam urvarukamiva vandanam mrityurmukshayamamrita Trayambakam yachamahe sugandham pushtivaranam urvarukamiva vandanam mrityurmukshayamamrita Trayambakam yachamahe sugandham
पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव वन्दना मृत्युर्मुक्षीयमामृता त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं 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 पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव वन्दना मृत्युर्मुक्षीयमामृता
So slowly open your eyes, breathe, and consider it. Whatever, oh my God, it feels so good, so light, and that's only 9 times. You think about, I have that out there, and I did this basically, put this together during the pandemic when people needed it to save their families and put an extra prayer out there. I felt so light, so beautiful coming out of that. How did you beautiful ladies feel?
It was beautiful. It was beautiful. You know, I tears just started streaming down in the beginning, and then I found myself just smiling at the end, feeling very supported.
Thank you. And Brittany?
Yeah, it was beautiful.
It felt very healing. Like, yeah, it's like I can go into the various sensations energetically that I felt, which was like started in heart chakra, throat, crown chakra, and then it just kind of like did that pattern, and then like must have cleared some blockages out, because like by the end of it, it was just like everything was flowing, and it just, I could listen to that literally. I would love to meditate to that just all night long.
I'll send that to both of you in the group chat. So thanks. So I see that the chat has been popping, the comments, and this is the beautiful part about it. You know, Sonia, you spoke about the resilience and what caused you to actually turn to making sure that your mental state of mind is in a better place today. But like, what are the challenges? This is some of the things people think that, oh, a lot of people go to do yoga and they can't stretch. But if you continuously do something, you will be able to do it. Some people do meditation for like 5 minutes and go like, I can't do this. My mind, it's too much things going on. So plus the time that you took out, just like how you said you went on that retreat to Costa Rica. I've been invited to one of those and I really, really think I need to do it. So
Do
as you
it.
said, that is like, tell us the awakening part of it. Like when you started feeling the difference and knowing that, hey, wow, where was this all the time when the trauma's been going on? Tell us about that.
Well, I really was praying for happiness. Like, I wanted to be happy. I wanted to love myself. I didn't understand. I thought also, my dad, he was very angry growing up. So I thought that, like, it was in me, innate in me. I thought I inherited it. And then I went to a counselor, and she was like, "No, there's just like seven different types of anger, and you have a choice. You can choose." So then, yeah, Agape was helping me to reprogram. It's a lot of repetition, a lot of repetition. The affirmations, listening to, I had the CDs from Dr. Wayne Dyer in my car, and I will just listen to them all the time, over and over and over. And with the yoga is easy for me personally to move my body. But a lot of people get worried, and my suggestion to people is, like, I understand going to class and it's 60 minutes, 90 minutes, but we're only doing the pose for a very short time. I highly recommend to all of my students that you go pick one yoga pose, take that home and do it for 30, 40 days, and let me know how it shifts your life. You can start with 1 minute, 3 minutes to 6 minutes, one pose. You only need one pose to begin. And then it deepens. It's such a beautiful shift. Or wake up. When you wake up at 3:30 in the morning, don't go back to sleep. Wake up, listen, put on this chant, do a sadhana. Those are like powerful, powerful tools. Find what resonates with you. Find the woman's voice, the teacher's voice, the man's voice that resonates with you, that soothes you. There's a billion out there. And if you go to yoga and you want to be a teacher, go do your 200 hours. Be a teacher. There's room for everybody. I'm going to teach yoga and Reiki differently than the next person, but there's room for everybody to take these practices, share with others, and really find what resonates for you.
I love it. And I'm seeing some of everyone in the chat, in the comments. Trauma Talk Thursdays has become a podcast that's on iHeartRadio. That this week we found out that it got launched, and I think it's about believing that what you do is good. Now, there are a lot of people out there, someone else who does podcasts, message me and go like, congratulations that you got it, that you did this and whatever. I've been on iHeartRadio and Spotify and stuff like that. So for the past year, that person told me with their talk shows, I was like, your talk show is unique in your way and what you bring is amazing. What we did was made sure that this can work. This unique thing that we did in our way, we made sure it can work for everyone before we could actually put it out there so it get bigger. And we are so happy that it actually is all over. Now, I'm not someone new to Spotify. I have my music on Spotify and iTunes, on Amazon Music, all these different places. I have my songs. If you Google Rahul K. Maharaj, you will find me all over. Music, motivational, my talks, every single thing. I saw some comments I would like to address. So let's go into some of the comments. So we have our amazing sweetheart, Jenny. She has such an amazing story to tell, which I am thinking about bringing back really and truly now, QOAs, which is questions, opinions, answers. and bring that back on a Wednesday and have some of you, our rasters, get on camera with us and tell your stories. Jenny has an amazing, amazing story to tell continuously. Thank you so much for listening in. I'm very happy. It's relaxing. Shanaz, so I'm Sherry, so relaxed. Shanaz, Girly is there. Everyone who actually, look, Jenny is saying, I'm proud of you, Sonia, that you were able to realize you need help to help yourself without medication. Life is tough. You need people to actually be genuine in your life, 100%. We have, all right, where we go. All right, Ra, you made me cry, made me think so deep. I hate pills. We got all those out of the way. Now let's jump in some of these questions. I have a question for Ra. How do you handle the support? How you handle the support for the past 6 years? Did you have support of family and friends? Whoa, I like that question, Miss Viva. Also, Ra, how was the reaction of your loved ones and friends hearing you won all your awards and your accomplishments so far? Life is tough, right? So we're going with that. Let's see any other questions before I answer those two combined. That is a powerful mantra. The third eye of Lord Shiva, freed from that, to be freed from that. Beautiful. Thank you. A type of love that's often described as the highest form of love. Wow. I love that. And then we have yes. So let's go. Fuel. Now 6 years, it's 10 o'clock, and I want to shout, and we'll just use like 5-10 more minutes of your time. But let me answer that. There are some people in my life that started with me, started supporting me. Tristan Helm really brought it to my attention recently, where he saw one of my videos from the past, and he goes like, bro, that thing has 265,000 or something like that views and likes and shares and comments. I was like, yeah, I used to do this thing. So before the pandemic hit, I had my crowd. It was spreading. It was good. The pandemic hit. Everyone ended up on virtually speaking. People who were afraid to come on camera was no longer afraid. They got onto camera. They were on Zoom. This is professionals. Then everyone was introduced to TikTok, started becoming famous. Everyone started doing the challenges, and everyone started to get on camera. So they stopped now looking at the other person. That's the reason why we have so many podcasts, so many different things, because, hey, Brittany is doing this. I want to try this too. I can do it. Yeah. Today I saw someone who did something similar like that with me. And like, your podcast is different. I understand. But it took me, and it took what we do to actually give you that push to believe in yourself enough to do that, or to actually envy us enough that if you can't, you want to be better than us. So with all that, that's what creates us and makes us. And with answering your questions, there are people who supported me and jumped off my train, as we said. But there are new people on the train in this journey. But guess what? The driver of the train upgraded the train. The tracks was upgraded. The tech on the train was upgraded, like the R train, the R new one, R960, whatever it is. So the train upgraded, the raw train upgraded. Now I know how to be on the lookout for you. Now, when Ra say he loves you, he loves you. The same way he loved you 6 years ago, he will still love you the same way. But on my upgraded train, I know what to expect when you jump on board. And those mistakes are not going to happen again. So, yes, certain people did support me. Some people do not support me anymore. My awards, my accomplishments, let me tell you who's my biggest fan. You know who's my biggest fan? You really want to know? This guy. Because guess what? I didn't do it to make anyone happy when I win an award or anything like that. Because I bust my brain when I won the award, for the Telly Award for Wicked Game. I wrote the script of that. I knew how I wanted it. I knew how I wanted the video to happen. The storyline behind it. When I decide to travel throughout the world to get a plaque that says an international motivational keynote speaker, it's because I put the work in. So I needed to be proud of me first. If you don't recognize and you don't say, hey, let me give Ra a pat on his back, no, it's okay. Ra did that. But what I bring and what I do on your trauma talks and your life experiences with Ra, advocating for mental health, is one of the most important things I can do, because that's the least I can give back by letting others share their stories and me sharing my trauma stories, because I want you to know you are not alone, and you can do it too, and you can pull yourself out of the dirt just by believing in yourself. Yes,
Yes.
you had disorders. Yes, you need to be talk to a therapist. Yes, you might end up on medication. Yes, you might end up at a yoga session. Yes, you might end up at meditation. Yes, you might end up going to the gym. Yes, you might end up changing your diets, which is great because you are doing that for you. But the amazing part is we're bringing it into the open, raw for you. You have to understand and wake up. If you're in a relationship and your husband is beating on you, or your partner is beating on you and abusing you physically, mentally, emotionally, get out. Figure it out. Your mental well being and your life is more important than his or hers. You have to know you're living for you, and what you do is for the betterment of you in the future. What you do today, what I did 6 years ago, has me where I am today. Now, we bring in some trauma, we had some meditation, we had some solutions. I will give it like 1 minute for Brittany to guess to chime in here, and then I want to really not just my anniversary, but do this for Shanaz, because she has been on here week after week supporting Brittany and myself and our amazing guests week after week. So Brittany, what do you have to chime in? And thanks for the beautiful hearts. Thank you everyone for joining in as usual.
Yeah, this has been an incredible night. It's so necessary to have healing happen, especially with what's been going on in the world right now. The emotional roller coaster here in the States, if you follow politics, mental health, and just finding these spaces to give yourself that time to breathe, finding these spaces to just shake it out of your body and move. By the way, Sonia, that's for you. Shepard and Amy are on. They say hi. And it's just, I think this message today, Sonia, having you today, is that it is that divine interaction and this divine space of, Ra sharing his meditation and just bringing up the importance of this aspect of self-care. Because honestly, I didn't share it earlier, but I've been doing yoga off and on for a long time. But after an auto accident in 2017, it's a daily practice now. It's like if I do not do it in the morning, I hurt. It's a lifestyle change, and it's a lifestyle change that's been for the better. Like I wish I had done this, when I started yoga around 18 and just kept consistent with it. But, doing it now, it is such an integrated part of my day that when I don't do it, I feel off. When I don't give myself that space, I feel off because it's such an incredibly important piece of self-care, of honoring myself, of honoring my connection with my body, and just giving myself the love that I need for
Amazing.
me. So,
Amazing. I love it. That's amazing, because one of the things I wanted to share with everyone as well, 2020 was when I had my back surgery. Thank you for reminding me.
Oh, wow.
And it was like right around now today I shared a video, whereas when you're high on frippin' when you're high on anesthesia and you come off that and you're still high off it and you come out, you're like, no pain. It's the most excited day ever. The pain is gone until it comes back. But one thing I want to do, and I made a mistake, Rosa has been supporting me from the initial as well. Rosa, thank you so much. And yes, she is one of my biggest fans. She's also my goddaughter. When I started my spiritual journey in 2002, I made a promise that I would never christen anyone or be their godfather, because what I bring is different, because it could be for general. But this girl somehow over the years convinced me, and she practically asked so many times that I one particular time I couldn't have said no anymore. And I had to dig deep into my spirituality, because she was christened and blessed under me. And where I am coming from, I have some very, very, very powerful beings and spirits and energy with me that she was blessed with. So let's run through these comments quickly. Congratulations, Sonia. It's Shepard and Amy. They're here for you. Renita, thank you so much. Shanaz, it's your turn. Happy anniversary to you. We'll kick back here for 1 minute as we all wish Shanaz a happy anniversary, a happy 12th anniversary.
La 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 la. Ho 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 ho. मंजिल प्यार तुम्हारा मैं हूँ सागर तुम हो किनारा दिल ने पुकारा मंजिल मंजिल प्यार तुम्हारा तुम हो किनारा
Sonia, I'm sorry, Shanaz and Raymond, happy 12th anniversary, our anniversary. And I want to tell you all a little bit about love right here quickly before we go on. So I was heartbroken. This was in 2021. I was heartbroken, healing, but I still miss that person. I love them. This is a movie from 2000. And I was doing a Mother's Day concert for Mother's Day, and I was doing the fast version of this song, which is it gets spicy and fast after this. But in the song, in the movie, before this, it's a Bollywood movie, and the person dies and whatever. So the girl is going through the singer's notes, and she found that part, and she sang only that little part that says, Manzil, pyar tumhara. And I sat there with the chorus of the actual song, and I put that piece together. I sang that on my dinner table on a recording on my phone, because the love was there. And you just close your eyes and you can sing. And I recorded it and I sent it to my music producer, and that is what he did. So sometimes you challenge yourself. When you hear something in your mind, take notes of it. When you hear something or you have an idea, do it right away, because in the first 5 to 30 seconds, if you do not get it done for yourself, you are going to forget about it. And that is one way you deal with things in your life that's happening traumatic over and over. You deal with it right away. Letting go of people, as Rosa said, close a door and do not open it back, is great. So when you take care of things now and you let go of the excess baggage, as Ra said, it helps you to relax. Look at Sonia. She just told you all her trauma story and how she overcome, her solutions. She's just relaxed right there. Look at Ra in the first video in the beginning of the show from 5 years ago, where he celebrated 1 year anniversary to today. I'm more calm, more subtle, more relaxed because guess what? I know it's what we have let go and where we have come from 6 years ago to now. So, wishing everyone an amazing time. It's 10:15. You know what I do here, right? I tell every one of you to believe in yourself, love yourself. Until next Thursday, episode 21, we have amazing guests all lined up until September. We have guests coming for you. So I'll leave Brittany and Sonia. Brittany, you can ask Sonia whatever you want here, and you guys can take 5 minutes and close up. But to all, don't leave, guys. This is not the end of the show. I hope you all enjoyed it. Please share, like, comment. Look for us on podcasts now on Amazon Music, Apple iTunes, Spotify. While you're driving to work, you can't see us now. Look back at our episodes. We have 6 episodes uploaded. And trust me, when you Google it, it's so amazing how it comes up. Sonia, such an amazing soul. Thank you so much for doing this for us tonight and joining us on this amazing 20th episode and 6th anniversary of Your Life Experiences with Ra. To every one of you on here, Ra loves you. Ra wishes every one of you the best in life. All you need to do to accomplish it is to keep believing, never stop. I love you all. Brittany, you close.
All right, sounds good. So definitely have to highlight Shepherd and Amy. They are giving you lots of beautiful shout outs in the comments. So thank you, Shepherd and Amy, for joining and for supporting us today and supporting Sonia, who, Sonia, you are absolutely incredible. Definitely so thankful to be connected with you. And we're connected on Facebook, which is awesome, like in so many different ways. That agape connection is always incredible. And I want to ask you 2 more questions. First one is, what is something that you want to leave everybody with who's viewing today?
I want to leave you with with saying that the possibilities. I want to leave you with asking your guides, asking it to show up and see what shows up. And we definitely don't eat the fruit the same day we plant the tree. So have some patience. Sometimes when things that we want so much don't show up, it's because great creator, great spirit, the universe has a better, an even better plan for us. So to just remember to go within. It's all in here, in here.
Perfect. That is well stated. And one more thing, where can people find you?
I live in Burbank, California, and you can find me definitely on Facebook. On Instagram, I'm Sister of La Luna, Sister of the Moon. And yeah, you can find me there. I do a live Zoom meditation at 7 a.m. It's about 30 minutes. It's a Kundalini meditation every Monday, every day that ends with a Y as well. So I can put that on my Facebook and the link and let you all know. And anyone can join up. It's free. It's a 30-minute meditation. And it's a beautiful way to bring that practice daily into our lives. And that's what's so important. The freedom and the discipline, if you will.
All right. And we have some more comments coming in here. Ra, you are amazing. Raj Kumar himself is here. Love this. Thank you. You made my night extra special. Big shout out for Sonia. And Sonia, how was your session? Love, Amy. Thank you. Good night from Geneva. God bless Rahul, Sonia, and Brittany. Thank you so much, girly. Have a great night and good night, everybody. Namaste. With Sonia, type with Sonia. And then I hopefully got this correct. It's Sister of La Luna on
Yes.
IG, correct?
Yes.
Perfect. And on Facebook as well, Sonia Hansen Poole, and you'll find her there. So thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining in. I really pray that this night was just a beautiful night for you, cleansing, healing, a breath of fresh air as we move on with the rest of this week. And we will see you on here on Your Trauma Talks next time.
Satnam.